Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where Italia has apparently become large. So that's a thing. But we don't really care too much about that. We are focused in on our own little area here. We have all of our castles being constructed, and very soon now, we are going to be done with building construction. And that's great. Once we're done with that, we can move on, and that will be fantastic. We need to construct a lot of buildings at this moment. There's no doubt about that. I think this is part of our... Let's see. This is a castle. Right. So we need to build barracks and military camps here. There we go. Got there in the end. Fantastic. So that's all good. And looking up through here, this should all be reasonably fine. We're going to need to construct in these locations, all of these locations. We have a lot of gold that we need to spend. Well, we don't have the gold. We need to earn the gold and then spend the gold. And that's fine. We have our economic duchy in a solid position. We're making 24.2 gold per month, which is pretty decent. 170 gold. And that's what we're going to take for right now. The short-term gains for the moment are incredibly important because we can use those to build... Let's see, we wanted pastoral lands here. And we're going to do the same here. We get those economic gains in first, and then we get the military gains after. So that will be absolutely great. We've got all of these castles up here constructing. Everything in our economic duchy is good to go. So there's nothing to be done there. We're going to have to start expanding soon, of course. But we'll lose 32 stress. That's great. And we're working on plenary assemblies right now. I'm okay with this. We need to be in the tribal era. There we go. Plenary assemblies will be done in 3 years. Quilted armor in 13. I really don't care about quilted armor. Public works, crop rotation, onager, all of these are good. We want all of them. So plenary assemblies will be done soon enough. That will allow us to revoke titles, which will be a big deal. We just finished promoting culture, and we definitely want to continue working on that sort of cultural assimilation. Here. There we go. Let us move on. I don't want to spend gold on that. Okay. I'm also not upgrading these just now. We will get to that. But for the moment, we're saving cash because we're going to need it. We're going to grab golden aplomb here. And that'll be fine. We are at 24.3 monthly income. Okay, 24.1. Sure. We can attend this guy's feast, or we can lose stress, and we will choose that. Excellent. So we do have the early medieval innovations unlocked. We're not ready to move into that just yet, because we definitely want all of the texts that are here, with the exception of quilted armor. It is unfortunate that that is exposed to an innovation. There's nothing we can do about that, though. Okay, we gained a favor hook on that guy. That's fine. So, when are we going to finish up some of these constructions? How much gold do we need to save up? 50 days up over here. So we definitely do need some gold saved for this. Cool. We'll get that going as soon as this castle is done. We're definitely... Well, actually, we'll look at what buildings are available here. We'll almost certainly go for a pastoral lands. Yes. Pastoral land. There we go. Cool. So that motte was constructed. And now we have 2 years, 13 months. This one is 11 months away. 11 months and 7 months. Cool. So, of course, we're going to have to grant this out. That's fine. That's not a big deal. And eventually we're going to want to transition this over to feudalizing as well. So that'll cost 500 gold. We can save up towards that as we are continuing to construct over here. I think that'll be reasonably fine. Once we get that, plus plenary assemblies, and can jump up to limited crown authority, then we can do a little bit of rework on what we've got going on here. So that'll be fine. These guys will pay for their damages. That actually gives us enough gold to immediately feudalize this tribe, which we will certainly do. That is now a castle holding, and we will deal with that a little later on. We're going to need to grant that out, but we're going to have to revoke a title first. which of course means plenary assemblies has to finish. So that'll be done in 21 months, allegedly. Approximately 21 months, since it is to some degree random. Cool. So there are definitely upgrades that we can do. There's no doubt about that. And this is not currently constructing. We certainly want to get barracks building there. There we go. So we have access to only around 8,300 troops right now. If we look at, say, Italia here, they've got access to 12,000. The Byzantines have access to about 12,000 as well. I'm guessing that's probably around the peak in terms of strength. So we're definitely not the strongest in the world right now, but we will get there. So that'll be fine. We can demand a couple of payments. I don't know that these are particularly useful. We did just finish a faith conversion. Let's see if there are any more to convert. Actually, yes. We can convert this out over here. So that's great. We'll work on that. Okay, so we should have some of these castles finishing up soon. 19 months here, 3 months here, and 14. This one actually just finished, so we definitely build military camps here. This one finished as well, military camps here too. Cool. So we're making fantastic progress here. We're just about done with our initial round of expenditure, which is going to put us in a very, very powerful position indeed. Cool. So we can construct pastoral lands here. We're of course going to have to grant this out. We cannot hold that ourselves at this moment. We'll get there. Oh man, a full domain size of 18 though. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. It'll get better once we make the Maghreb Empire, but that's going to take some time. That is certainly going to take time with the rules that we have. But for now, I just want to build up an exceptionally powerful base here. I want to build a very, very powerful power base. And that's exactly what we've got going on here. So we need a new chancellor. That'll be this guy. Sounds good. Okay. Enthusiastic conversions. Not bad. Not bad at all. What else do we have going on here? 11 months? Sure. Okay. We've got 160. We're making 25.3 per month. Now, we're getting close to the cap of what we're going to make at this tech level. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting close. So that'll be fine. 23 months left here. I do want to get all of these structures built. So this one will finish up very soon, 55 days there. 8 months on our final castle construction. We'll debase the coinage with expensive nickel. Everyone learned how cheap they were, and we spent 150 prestige. But that's okay. We still got the cash, I think. Right? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, so this finished up, and we definitely build military camps here. Cool. 5 months left on our final castle construction. This will be maxed-ish out. So that will be absolutely great. Our wife is bearing our child. This is not shocking. It is time to pay the royal court a visit. My apologies. You were saying? You must repent. There we go. Cool. We just discovered plenary assemblies, and we can extort our subjects as well, which we can do. Remember, we can continue to build holdings out over here. And those are pretty much all going to be pure economic, to be honest. So we'll get that going, and we definitely need a new innovation here. I think that we should work on crop rotation. So that'll be done in 24 years. So that'll be a while. Why take a little when we can take a lot? Okay. So I do want to start working on building cities out over this way. This will weaken our vassals in the long term by essentially transitioning all of their duchies into economic duchies, while strengthening us. So here we would like to build farms and fields. And we're going to get all of these done soon enough. But yeah, this will strengthen us. Okay, we can get a new perk, and we definitely will. We'll take at any cost. Because that... Oh yeah, we'll attend this. We will definitely want to sell trivial titles, but we're at an activity already. Okay, fair enough. Cool. I have to stop this madness. Okay. So in these castles as well, we want to build these up to be as economic as possible. So there's this castle here. We're going to have to grant this out. This one is going to be a military castle, though. And we will just grant that over. Cool. I made my excuses and slip away in the crowd. Fantastic. And next up, we will build a trade port here once we have the cash, which will be in 2 months. Farewell, my chancellor. But now we can sell our trivial titles, which is actually not being notified, but let's go ahead and do that. And we get a good amount of cash for that, so we will then immediately build a trade port here. And then looking down this way, we're not going to be too fussed with them building some military buildings, but we want to build as many economic as we can in these locations. So a camelry will be the best bet here. Okay. That'll be fine. And we'll just get them leveled up to level 1 for the moment. Cool. So that's all underway. We'll get all of these up here leveled up to level 1 buildings. I just don't want them to be able to choose what they build, is the primary thing. So we'll get that going, and I'm not going to look to expand until we've got the same thing done for all of this, right? That's going to be a big deal. And we're going to look to do this for every location we expand to as well, I think. We'll economically develop it. This should definitely be pastoral lands. I didn't realize that that building slot wasn't full. Keep in mind that the AI will not change the buildings, as far as I'm aware, unless that's a recent change. I suppose that's a possibility. This castle definitely needs military camps. We'll get that going. And then we're going to need barracks in each of these. So that'll get those leveled up to level 1. Excellent. So barracks are going to cost 127 times 2. So that's going to be 154. Cool. And we're just going to keep on working up over this way for the moment. And then once this is all done, we'll have this all wrapped up as well. And then we'll turn our attention down over here, sabotaging our vassals a little bit while seeming like we're helping. That's going to be the goal. So we're going to get our barracks upgraded here. I'm not concerned, again, for the moment, on upgrading beyond level 1 buildings. We've just finished a faith conversion. We've got this one up here. I'm going to go ahead and head over here first. So that'll be fine. Cool. We need to finish up our construction here with this barracks. And there we go. So we're going to need to continue to work on a couple of these castles in this county. But we've got a lot of construction underway. Alas, it's time to leave. Cool. So this county is good to go at this point. We are going to need a city construction here, as well as a bunch of other constructions. Our heir is currently unmarried, and we ideally want someone with high stewardship. Somebody kind of like this. Now, she is 34, but that's okay. He can have additional wives. So if they have some child issues, that's no big deal. Cool. So what else do we have going on here? I mean, a good deed needs no repayment. There we go. So we do need to continue to construct over here. We're going to need another 154 gold. Plus another 80, plus another 127. So it's going to be a decent chunk, but it'll be over time. So that's completely fine. What is going on here? Let's stop this vassal war. I want this to remain as is. Cool. He gave it up. So that's perfect. I do not want this to move into someone else's control. It's absolutely fine as it is. So we can construct a barracks here. And then we have 12 months here and 5 months here. So we can come up over this way and take a look. Yeah, these are still constructing for a while. Our trade port over here is going to be a bit yet, but that's fine. So we're going to get this all developed up as well. And we're just going to slowly move through duchy by duchy here, is going to be the plan. So we've got these duchies. We've got 3 total duchies over here. This one is, for what we control, done. We're currently primarily working on this duchy, but we're also working on Fez. This will be done very, very shortly, though. That said, we do have additional upgrades that we can do, which is fair enough. But for the time being, I'm not too concerned about getting those done. Okay, we definitely want to build a military camp here. Fantastic. There are a lot of people here. Okay, so we just finished up construction up over here on a trade port. I definitely want to get farms and fields here. We're missing 41 gold on that. So let's get going on that one shortly. And if we look in here, I believe... Apparently developing that does not give them opinion in CK3. That must be a CK2 thing. It's been a while since I've had one of those moments, but sure. Just wanted to double check that. We also, of course she'll be there. We also finished up this castle. So what do we want here? We definitely want farms and fields if we can get that. So that's 150 gold. Farewell, my friend. Cool. 150 gold. So these are good to go. This one is good to go. This one is not. This one is not. So 154 gold is what we need here. 304 gold is what we need to get all of this wrapped up for the moment. We're going to have this city holding here. We're going to have a city and a temple holding here. And then we're going to have a city holding here. So getting this fully developed is going to cost quite a lot more. But that's okay. This guy just started construction on mud brick towers. I mean, that doesn't really help him. But it does make me sad. Okay, we're going to build that barracks. We may as well. Okay, this will be done in 15 months. This definitely makes me very, very sad. But we are continuing to develop up our areas here. We do need a building here. A trade port? A trade port would be best. So we'll go for that. Cool. Farms and fields here is finishing up. So next up, we're going to want, I think desert agriculture will be the best thing to go for here. Our food taster died. Luckily it was of old age, not of, you know, poisoning. But we need a new spy master. Our food taster was our spy master. That's a little bit suspicious. Okay, sure. So next month, we're going to be able to get desert agriculture in here. And that'll be great. So we'll get that going. And we'll take avaricious. That will boost up our income to 29.2 per month. I like it. We'll now get this 50 gold back from this guy. Okay. Convert Faith just finished. So let's continue to work on that. This is all converted over here now. So this is the only county he can convert in. Looks good to me. We've now got a decent chunk of gold here. And we need more. We need quite a lot more gold if we want to get this all done. So this is a mud brick tower here. It doesn't really help him, to be honest. So it's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. I wish you could queue buildings to prevent this sort of situation, but alas, that is not an option. 13 months on that city, 16 on our small harbor, 19 on the small plantations, 18. So we're going to have enough time to construct a city or a temple up over here. I think that's pretty clear. 4 months here. And these are, of course, maxed out, so that's fine. This castle is the only one in Fez that does not have all of its buildings chosen. So this looks good to me. 45 days here. And this is going to cost a decent chunk, but we're working our way through that. We're going to get, I think, one more payout. So that's like half of the cost. So we wanted military camps here. No, barracks here. There we go. So barracks are underway, and our next thing that we're going to do is construct a temple or a city holding up here. It doesn't really matter which we go for. I think we'll go for the city. And that'll be good. So we're up to almost 30 gold per month now. That is a very, very good thing. We've made a lot of progress on that. There's a disorderly market. We could give them all a stern reprimand, and so we shall. Cool. Smooth market oversight. That's great. So we are currently 58. We are going to be dying in the near-ish future. And this is an awkward succession. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That we'd have to disinherit. Costs 150 each. So that's what, like 750 that'll cost us? That's actually reasonably acceptable. This guy's 11. We can... yeah, he became friends. Sure. We can give him a stewardship education. And we can educate him ourselves if we wanted to. But honestly, we probably don't want to do that. We want to sort by... actually, our wife would probably be good. There we go. And then we can go through, and this is going to be painful in terms of the renown. But we can disinherit these. Which is really going to hurt. But this is going to clean up our succession a lot. And I'm not sure in the long run how valuable this will be. But there we go. Much cleaner. And yeah, that cost us a lot of renown. No doubt about that one. Luckily, this guy is now our heir. And he is being educated well. In theory. And at this point, we need a new spy master, which will be this guy. Cool. We can extort our subjects, which we will happily do. Don't worry. I'll have everyone paying. So we're going to immediately construct a city holding out over here. And we can also afford to immediately construct a temple holding here. We can't afford to construct a city holding here, unfortunately, but it'll be fine. We can get guilds going, and can we build shipyards here, or is this inland? It's inland. Okay, so that's fine. We'll get guilds going. And that looks good. So our next construction, of course... yeah, this is all good to go. Fantastic. So we're done in Fez for right now. We can get upgrades later on, but that's not the focus of this pass. So, we're going to construct down here. It's under occupation. What is going on with this war? Can you just chill? Cool. He chilled. So that's fine. We're going to build a city holding here as soon as we can, which will take a few months here, like 7 months, I think, before we get that level of cash, which should be fine. So 7 months there looks completely okay, and we're going to start developing these duchies down here eventually as well. This one doesn't have all that much it can do, and in fact, this is tribal. Can we... refusing conversion is a crime. That's interesting. Can we demand that they adopt tribalism? I think the main problem... wait, what? Oh, he is not Zaidi. Got it. We'll demand his conversion. And what do we got going up here? Yes, this as well. We'll get that going. Hopefully they both convert. He did. That was the one that was more likely to not convert. Cool. And we want both of these to swap over to feudal. Hopefully they do that. If not, it's okay. Neither of those counties can be super well developed anyway, so it's fine. We'll get this city built in, looks like, another 2 months. So that's not too bad. And we'll get that underway shortly. We definitely do need to build something here, though, and it's going to be desert agriculture. So we'll get that underway. And we're going to need to continue to work on developing this. It is about time to put a cut in here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that soon. I'd like to get this city built before we end this episode, and that's now, at this point, still 2 months away because of that delay from the desert agriculture, but that's okay. Oh, we need to build here, too. Never mind, then. In that case, we will build our pastoral lands here. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. And next episode, we're going to continue working on developing our kingdom to unforeseen proportions. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of... I completely lost my train of thought. Let me try that one again. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Atala, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.